Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour of a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Riverside 22. As always, we are going to start with the description. It says, welcome back to Riverside Farms. This fictitious map has been completely overhauled to FS22 standards. Key features: standard 2x map, 77 of fields, 5 active farms for you to choose from, multiple areas that, with some tender love and care and a chainsaw, can be reformed into additional farm space. Custom-made animal pens built into the map. BGA owned on new farmer start and not expensive on other builds. 1 sawmills. 1 main forest location with additional woodland around map. 2 large areas to tantalize your creative side, ideal for production chains or additional yard space. Plenty of storage space for the largest machines. Custom soil map for PF. Buy in bulk using the North and Mid Farm Shop buy points. Free lime available at farm shops. Reasonably priced fert seeds and herbicide also available. Disturbed simulations and Cavalier Boy for the use of UKGO version 4. Credit to Cavalier Roy and Ola Haldor for pointing me in the right direction. Smiley face. This map was authored by Missy B and is 275.09 megabytes to download. Now let's go ahead and check out this map. We zoom out. So we start here on the map, kind of directly south of the wooded area. What do we own? We own this area up in the northwest, which is a starting farm as well as field 76. And that's it. There are contracts, as you can see. There are collectibles, and guess what? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I repeat for the last time. Spoiler alert. The first one is rather obvious. And there's a little 50 grand right off the bat. So, and as always, if we go to the statistics and we check out the collectibles collected, you can see 1 of 25 down bottom right. So there are 25 total collectibles on this map. Let's see. Let's check out the starting equipment. So what do we start with? We start with under medium tractors, a class Axion 870. Under large tractors, class Axion 960, an Axion 960 TerraTrack, a Xerion 5000, a Lexion 8900, a Trion 750. For the harvesters, under forage harvesters, we have a Jaguar 960 TerraTrack. Under wheel loaders, a Torion 1914. Under trailers, we have a Crampy Big Body 750S. Under headers, we have the Convio Flex 1380. Under cultivators, we have the K-Brand ProLander 7500. Under balers, we have the Kloss Quadrant 5300 FC. The Kloss FL140 front loader. The Albut Universal Bucket front loader tools. And we have 1 Agco 1500 weight. That is our starting equipment. Now, what we're going to do from here is we are going to fast travel from the current location that we're at here over to starts. And it's not in a spot you may expect. Let's check it out. We are here at the shop, and you see it all of our starting equipment is right here. Pretty crazy. So you can see here, here's the shop menu that we can use to access the buy points or buy screens. Over here we have a repair trigger to repair and repaint our equipment. And from here what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab one of the tractors, and why not the TerraTrack? Hey, got out in the first try. Nice. Oh, you know what? I did not notice before that it only went 26 miles an hour. We will get something that goes a little bit quicker than that. How about... Yeah, there we go. That was going to be all fancy in the TerraTrack. Nope. That's alright. So, before we get going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow a ton of money. As much as we can max out. I think it's 500k. There we go. Yep, 500,000. And you'll see why we're going to do that in a moment. Oh, and I just remembered one other thing. If we look under mods and DLCs, you'll see that there's a Riverside 22, and in here there is a pallet trailer for a semi-truck, as well as a Lizard MTU60. Both of these are custom mods to this map and have been modified in some way, shape, or form. Now, this is a UK-based map, so I have got to my best to be able to not drive on the wrong side of the road. It's going to take all of my concentration to do that. Okay. Oh, he's stopping. We're going. So, the first point of interest is coming up here on the left. So what you do, come in here, go to your map, and you purchase this land right here. If you back out, you'll see you just bought the sheep pasture. That land was $41,850, and this pasture can hold 1,000 sheep. Let me say that again for effect. 1,000 sheep. That's a lot of sheep. Water point right here. Food point right there. I'm assuming that the... Oh, yes. I did not see this before, but yes, this is the spawn point for the wool, is underneath the cover. Nice. And I would imagine with 1,000 sheep, you're going to be chugging through some wool. Now, moving on, we are going to go to our first... Let's see. And you know what? Something just occurred to me again. I'm batting 1,000 here. Okay. So what we did not look at first was whether or not they were custom mods. We started to, but we didn't finish. So under sheds, no custom sheds, no custom silos, no custom silo extensions, no containers, no tools, but there is a farmhouse. There's the Riverside 22 mod down there, and it's the doormat. Under factories, there is the Riverside 22 right there again, the Grain Quid Pro. This is a separate mod that is available on Mod Hub. So you may already be familiar with this particular mod. Sell points, no. Greenhouses, no. Orchards, no. Generators, no. Under animals, no cows, no horses, no pigs, no sheep, no chickens, no bees, no other. There was no fences, lights, or others. And I think there may be a couple of custom textures in here. I'm pretty sure there are a couple custom. So anyways. If we pull in here, our first yard here, the one we start out with on New Farmer, tons of storage. Right here is by far the most unique silo I have ever seen in the FS 1922, or the only two I've played. But I've not seen a silo like this. I think this is really cool. It has like the built up of all the individual grains and stuff that it will hold, and each one has its own out pipe, dispensary pipe. This is the intake for the silo. Just really, really cool. Right here is the commodity storage. This is where you can store things like fertilizers, seeds, and I believe liquid fertilizer, as well as herbicide. Over here is a silage clamp. Directly in front of us is a cow barn, and this is the one with the feeding robot. Out the fence. This holds 800 cows. I think in there is where you put your straw. Here's your slurry point, and because it's a feeding robot, you can put in your hay, your straw, your silage, as well as your manure feed there on the side, and you've got happy cows. Water point, and we have a horse stable right here that can hold 14 horses. And hay and oats go right there, the feed. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leave yard 1. We're going to go to our next point of interest. And this one is a bit intense. Like, there's a couple of areas that have a lot going on in them. So you can see directly in front of us there's several of these blue dots that indicate a point of interest. Back here. To our left is the bale main shop sell point. Directly in front of us now is the cotton wool shipment sell point, the woody chips sell point, the manure farm shop sell point. We have a farm shop grain sell point. And behind us here is the bulk farm shop sell point, as well as the buy liquids point right here. And check in the silo, or wow, the tractor. And up front here is our first production point. This is the Spinnery. You can buy it for $60,000. Inputs there, outputs in the hash marks. come back out the driveway. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, I saved it. Off to a restaurant sell point. This is the next area that we're going to have to purchase. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the map and figure out where we've been. So we started here on the map. We fast traveled over to where all of our equipment where all of our equipment is located here at the shop. We came out of the shop, pulled up this drive, and then zipped over, and we purchased this land here where the sheep are. Then pulled out, went into this farmyard. We checked out the silo, the commodity storage, the cow barn, the horse barn, and then we pulled back out onto this section of the road here, came down here, down this little laneway, and we took in all these various sell points as well as the spinnery. We checked out the restaurant as we came out back onto the main road. We pulled down this drive up here, and here we are at the current time. We're going to purchase this plot. This is 24,402. And now you see all these triggers pop up. Now on these triggers, this is the Pigsty Silo, the Silo pig farm, and this is the Pigsty, where you can have 750 pigs. The barns and animal locations are huge on this map. They're absolutely huge. Directly in front of us is the silo. Slurry point. There's our food point. I'm assuming we put our water in here, but I don't see a count at the bottom right for water, so this might be handled automatically. And over here, I'm going to guess this is the straw point. That's my guess. Now, hop back in the class. We'll head to our next point of interest. One thing to mention on this map is that the driveways and roads are surrounded by these hedges, and as you can see, there are no collisions in the hedges. So that's rather nice. You got a little bit of a track to interest. A nice little forestry area right to our left. Alright, we are rapidly approaching our next point of interest. Alright, to our right, this is our central grain sell point, directly in front of us. We are going to pull a U-turn and head down this little side street. And we're going to turn here. This is the BGA. Stop here. And you can purchase the BGA for $93,092. To our left is the Digeste output. Directly in front of us is where you put in your products. Several very large silage clamps. Not too shabby. Now we're heading to our next points of interest. Again, this is one of those areas where it's kind of built on top of each other. There's a lot of stuff going on in this portion of the map. Okay. We turn in here. And we start right here. This is the mixing mill. This is a production point where you can produce TMR, pig food. There's a hay dryer, so you take your grass and turn it to hay. Silage fermenter and bio dryer, which allows you to create solid fertilizer out of various components like digestate, slurry, manure. Next to it here is the grain west buy point. I'm sorry, sell point right there. Over here is the oil mill. And if we come over here, you can purchase for $80,000. Over here is the diesel refinery, which you can buy for $95,000. At the diesel refinery, you can make diesel, deionized water, urea fertilizer, as well as diesel exhaust fluid. And then over here is the sugar mill, which you can purchase for $80,000. Now, let's take a look at the map and see where we've been. So we took in all these sites here, checked out the restaurant, came down and checked out the pigsty area, came back out, and followed this road, came down, checked out the central grains, zipped out, backtracked a little bit, went down this side street, checked out the BGA, came out, went all the way down here, and here we are now. We checked out the mixing mill, the grain west, the oil mill, now that was something I forgot to mention, is that most of the production points also have a sell point that's right next to them. So the products that you create, you can then sell, turn around and sell at those particular sites. So you can see like the oil mill will produce various oils and you can then sell them. I'm not sure exactly what we'll buy. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the... Oh yeah, check it out. Oil mill. Also the oil mill. So yeah, they basically will purchase the base components if you don't own the production point at these various sell points as well. So that's it for this area. We'll go ahead and hop back in the tractor. Oh, hey, pay attention where you're going. was looking down at my notes and almost ran right into the sugar mill. Okay. We're rapidly approaching our next point of interest. Up here on the left, you'll see, just here in the background, the fast food restaurant. And you can sell right here in the back of the diner. Let's see. It's this way, I believe? Yes. So again, we got another purchase point. This one's actually two separate purchase points, but they're right on top of each other. So, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to store your whole fleet that works on the entirety of the map? You own every square inch of your map. Have you ever run into this issue of trying to store all that equipment? Well, worry no longer. You purchase this area over here. Let's see. Just real quick, we came down this road. Around here we took in the fast food restaurant and then came up this little driveway. And now we're purchasing the first block for $19,590, and then the second block for $52,704. Now, tired of not having places to put your entire map-owning fleet? Well, worry no more. Here we have the commodity storage, and so much storage. This is just insane. I mean, all these bays, every one of these open. There's a not restaurant. There is a repair trigger as well as a washer unit right here. Clean off your dirty equipment. And again, more storage. Tons and tons and tons of storage. You will not run out of storage here. And we will head back to the tractor. Alright, now we're heading down to the south, well, further towards the southwest. We've got a little bit more land purchasing to do. Cut through here. Again, more storage. Let's go ahead and purchase this area. We came from this area up just directly to our north, back the driveway, and then into here. We actually need to again buy two separate areas, and this one comes with a field. So the first one was 25,890. The second one was 27,750. So you just purchased all this area for the storage as well as the commodity storage right there. But then if we come over here and hop the fence, there is a chicken coop. And again, I mentioned earlier that the amount of animals in these pens is ridiculous. 1,000 chickens. So you got 1,000 sheep pen, you got 1,000 chicken coop. Like, that's a lot of chickens. You're gonna be just producing eggs in mass with this. Okay, now just on the other side of these hedges is our next points of interest. Okay. So off to our left here is the lime production. You can purchase $50,000. Behind that is the manure yard. Here we have the slurry yard. So these are sell points for manure and slurry. We have the grape processing plant, which you can purchase for $80,000. And over here we have the cereal factory. But the cool little trick with this, check this out. Come to buy production point, left click, buy the cereal factory for $0. So why not? You can have it for free, might as well. Over here is Roar's root crop, as well as Roar's potatoes. R-O-A-R-S, Roar. Okay. And now I need to turn the page on my notes, because holy cow. I'm rather concerned that I'm going to miss something. I don't know what I would miss, but I guess that's kind of in its very nature. If you miss something, you wouldn't know you'd miss it unless you were told. Okay. So I can see the point of interest straight ahead through the trees. We are rapidly approaching the grain mill as well as the grain mill sell point. Again, almost all the production points on this map has a sell point as well, to instead of putting into the production chain, you can just sell the crop that would normally be accepted at the production chain. You can buy the grain mill for $96,000. Here's the input for the grains, and there's the output for the pallets. And around back is the sell point. Now we're gonna head out here again. We're gonna come over here. Oh, okay, sorry, but spoiler. Look away for 2 seconds if you don't want to see it. I think that standing up, and I ran over it and ran into that $50,000 door stop or tractor stop. Anyways, coming down this driveway here, we need to purchase this plot of land that we're approaching. All right. So where were we? We were checking out the commodity storage here at this farm, and we saw the chickens. The chicken pen with 1,000 pen came back out down around here, and we took in all these various production points, like the lime production, the manure yard, the slurry yard, the grape processing, cereal factory, central grains, raw root crop, as well as raw potatoes. Came back up here, and we saw the grain mill cell as well as grain mill. Continued to head north, and then came down this side driveway where we want to purchase this for $60,192. And directly ahead we have a silo where putting in and taking out are all right here. Putting in straight ahead, taking out right there. Directly ahead of us is a cow barn. Where you can have 800 cows. Over here you have your milk point. Directly ahead is the feeding trigger, as well as I believe the straw trigger as well. And your slurry point. And then in the back here is another washing station, as well as a repair trigger. We're going to go ahead and leave this area to our next point. Man, this was an intense map review. I'm rather surprised just how much stuff is on this map. Let's see. Directly ahead, we're approaching our next point of interest. Let's see with the big smokestack. And that building is the biomass heating plant. Allows you to sell certain materials to the plant. Let's see if we, yep, sorry, cut through the hedges, didn't mean to. Okay, again we have another larger group all clustered together that we're approaching. Okay. Around the backside here we have, let's see, Bulk Farm Shop North and Farm Shop Grains. We have the North Cotton Trader, as well as the Bale North Shop. Here we have the Root Crop Shop, as well as the, let's see, North Cell Grains. Which one was that again? Alright, let's just take a look. So we were up here at this cow farm, came out, shot up, checked at the biomass plant, and shot over into here so we can kind of get a better look. So those two sell points are the Bulk Farm Shop North as well as the Farm Shop Grains. We have the North Cotton Trader, Bale North Shop, as well as the Root Crop. So beside us, that's the sell point over here. So Sorry, I got confused for a second. In there is the north. And again, we have some more backtracking to do. Okay. Directly in front of us is our next point of interest. There are two sell points right here, the supermarket and the supermarket pallets. Both of them are around the back here. So the graded one is a supermarket, the one with no grate is a supermarket with pallets. The next one here is the gas station, or petrol station. Right here is Titch's Agri. Okay. So I think we're going to skip the next one just because it's kind of a pain to get in and out of. But the next 2 points of interest are the Sawmill and the Carpentry, which are located here and here. To get to them, you follow this road up to the north, you get this little offshoot, and then there's an entryway about right here, and you kind of snake your way through a bunch of road networks to be able to get in. It's this little road right here. But it's just going to save us, you know, quite a bit of time to get in and get out and whatnot. You know what? No, I'll go ahead and go there, but I'll go ahead and get there fast. So, okay, we made it into this kind of center corridor where the Sawmill and the Carpentry are. To access the management point for the Sawmill, it's here in the back, and if you spend 92,000 you can have access to the Sawmill production point. Wood chips out here, products produced here, and the inputs right here as well as the wood. Over here is the Carpentry, and you can purchase the Carpentry for $60,000. Inputs here as well as the sell wood and outputs there. Okay, and I will see you again here in just a few seconds after I get back to where I need to get to. Okay, so we made it out of there, and now gotta turn down this side road here, and now we're heading back towards the shop where we kind of first started there. Not originally started, but we were within 1 or 2 jumps away from the shops. You can see right there is the vehicle shop where equipment is just kind of hanging out there. It's making the cloth dealer look really nice. Okay. Right here to our immediate right is the farmer's market sell point. Right here is the pizzeria sell point. Next one is the tailor shop. Oh, this is a place where you can actually change your wardrobe. But this is also supposed to be a... Ah, there it is. For $100,000 you can own the tailor shop. Inputs over here. Wardrobe there. Pallets there. Next one is the bakery for $75,000. You have your output pallets there, your inputs there in the back. Alright. Here to my right is Vulcan Grains sell point. Over here is the dairy. For $70,000 you can own the dairy. Output is here and input back here. Back behind here is the animal dealer bales sell point right here. And then right here is the animal dealer where you can purchase all your various animals for the pens that you own currently. Or you can bring a trailer over and load them directly and take them to your pens. So anyways, that is it. Let's check out the map one last time, see where we were, and kind of trace our steps. So we were at this cow barn, came up and around, checked out the biomass plant, came out, went through and saw all these various points of interest: the bulk farm shop north, the farm shop grains, North Cotton Trader, the Bale North shop, root crop farm shop, as well as North Grain shop, grain. Wow, I cannot talk tonight. North Sell Grains. We came out, came back down the road, came shooting down this roadway here, and we checked out the supermarket pallets as well as the supermarket sell points. This is the petrol station where you it's also a buy point there, as well as the gas station. There's Titch's Agri that we checked out. Came all along here, back up, and then we came in through this little entry point here, and we checked out the Sawmill as well as the Carpentry. We came back out through the maze, back out here through this side road, passed by the vehicle shop, and then lastly checked out the farmer's market, pizzeria, tailor shop, bakery, Vulcan Grains, dairy, animal deal bales, and animal dealer. And that is the map. That is everything. Now it's time for the opinion time. I really enjoy this map. I really like it. It's laid out very well. The topography works. There's a good mixture of various different size fields, various shapes and whatnot. There's some that are very square and AI friendly. There's some that are not square and not so AI friendly. So you kind of got like this mixed bag of all this different stuff, and you start with some hell of equipment, some real good equipment for this map. A bunch of Kloss equipment. So it is just a really good map. The map maker Missy B did a very, very good job on this map. Now, what would I rate it? Out of 5 stars, I'd rate it a 4. Now, let that one sink in. I just got done sitting here praising it. Now, I'm sitting here giving it a 4 out of 5. Well, it's because it's a UK map, and everybody's driving on the wrong side of the road. Sorry. My rule is that if they're on the wrong side of the road, got to deduct at least 1 star, 1 point. That's just the way it works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works. That's just me personally. And in all seriousness, all kidding aside, no, if it wasn't for me just growing up in the United States, being so accustomed and used to driving on the right side of the road as opposed to over in the UK where they drive on the left, the 5 out of 5 without a shadow of a doubt, because this is a really nice, clean, crisp map. Just everything works on it. Very, very nice. It's just not a map that I would go on to just because of the style of the UK driving. I know you can disable traffic and whatnot, but then I feel like that kind of takes away from the immersion of the game. But not the fault of Missy B, not the fault of any of the map, anybody who was involved in the creation of this map. No, they made their map, they made their style, and they did a great job. So, all joking aside, this was a very good map. I really enjoyed it. All that being said, I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do everything the algorithms like for you to do to help out this channel. And that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.